Good morning everyone. Today I'm going to the hardest marathon to race in terms of entry. Yes, I had a crazy day yesterday and I woke up with a headache and I was supposed to leave much earlier this morning, but well, I'm pretty sure sub 3 people finished their race already because I woke up quite late, so I'm just gonna see the whole vibe to, soak up the good vibe. But yeah, I'm going to Tokyo Marathon. I'm super excited. Tokyo Marathon to me is something that kind of triggered me to race a marathon in my lifetime. I never thought in a million years I would race a marathon until I saw people actually racing. When I saw them, I was like, oh my goodness, they work so much to achieve this milestone in their life. And yeah, that kind of inspired me, and it has been one of the motivations to continue running on a daily basis. And yeah, I wanted to soak up the positive vibe again, and yeah, I thought I would bring you guys along with me. And Tokyo Marathon is one of the hardest marathons to enter. It's a lottery system where you have to actually apply and to win the place to run a marathon. I think it's my first year or second year to get rejected to run. I applied for lottery like 2 or 3 times. You can apply multiple times to get a place, and I have done it before, but none of them got through. My dad has raced a Tokyo Marathon before, years ago. I'm not sure why. He won the place on his first attempt, which I think very lucky. That's very, very unusual. Normally people wait for years to get a place, and yeah, instead of just waiting to get my chance, I have been shooting my shot. I really want to, get the whole vibe and just experience, because I live in Tokyo and this is like one of the biggest events in Tokyo, because all the streets, pretty much a lot of major streets are closed for the marathon, and people put a lot of effort into that. So I want to experience how it's like, and it's really nice to, just be there. I can't deny I'm slightly lost, but yeah, I'll see how it goes. I feel like I want this to be my annual thing, and because I feel like so much has happened since last time I went to Tokyo Marathon as a volunteer. I really wanted to make this like an annual thing for me to reflect how the year was in the past year. But yeah, this is my second Tokyo Marathon to go to. As soon as I got to a block away from the race route, I saw the street was blocked. Honestly, there's nothing new here, but it's just weird because the area I was going to is office area, so it's normally very quiet on weekends. So I could see people on the streets definitely came here for cheering people, because there won't be any other reasons to be there. I was actually asked to go with my running club to cheer some people, but I decided not to go because I'm working this afternoon when they're going to drinks after the race. Tokyo has been really packed with tourists these days, but especially today I saw so many of them and saw signs in different languages, and I found a sign. Did you see that sign? Oh, I'm gonna tear up. This is how crazy the energy is. I'm like so close to tearing up. I think I'm at like 38-kilometer mark, and it's just, they put all the energy, time and nutrition into this race. So much effort, and now it's paying them off. It's so emotional. Anyways, you can definitely see here that everyone was so involved. I think the volunteers actually attend a few sessions in person or online for their task or something, so they are also as committed as runners. I was actually going to apply for the volunteer role, but it was actually too much commitment for me, so I didn't go for it. You can see some people running on the street along with the races as well. Not sure if it applies outside of Japan, but a lot of races I've been on, I always saw people running on the side of the street along with the people on the race. I think that's either they want to cheer people or they just want to run because they couldn't get their spot or something. I think that's quite odd. So a lot of people who are going for completing all the 5 major world marathons, which Tokyo is included one of them, they normally make Tokyo Marathon as their last marathon to complete, just because how difficult it is to go for it. And if it's the last race to complete the 5 major marathons, they normally give them the priority to run. It feels so emotional that people are literally completing their last marathon. A lot of them are completing their milestones in their lifetime, and yeah, it's just amazing. I actually looked into why Tokyo Marathon is so competitive to secure a spot. The lottery system is the same as other marathons, but the approximate spot is second competitive to Boston's. It's super hard to race Boston because you have to run within the specified time, aka BQ time. So, if Tokyo Marathon doesn't require qualified time, it indicates how competitive it is. What's unique about this marathon is that you need to be able to navigate the underground metro system if you're going close to the finish line. This is because you can't physically cross the road without going underground, because there's a whole different world including subway lines and department stores. People overseas often misunderstand Shinjuku is like the CBD or downtown for Tokyo, but that's not actually true. I think a lot of Japanese people will think Tokyo Station is actually the main CBD, as a lot of banks and offices locate their HQ there. Also, the Imperial Palace is near there as well, which is considered to be quote-unquote center of Tokyo. We think Shinjuku is more like a hub station to get to one place to the other with trains. Anywho, if you're cheering your friend, family or someone you know, then you can definitely check their location by downloading the race app. However, what's difficult is how you get there. Especially after 38km mark, you probably have to navigate underground to get to where you want to go. I actually had this interaction with this lovely Dutch lady. She was asking direction to the security guard behind me, but he didn't understand any English, so I decided to step in and help her. And it went like this. Help? Yeah. So, yeah, we're pretty close to the finish line. I ended up showing the map in the underground to the lady and told her which exit to go, and she was very happy at the end. She was so confused with the map because she was looking at 2 different maps and thought she was looking at one location but actually looking at 2 different locations in different maps. Honestly, it's so tricky for people who even live here, so I definitely understand the frustration and confusion about how to navigate direction while using underground. I hate to put this assumption, but if you don't speak Japanese, you don't want to ask direction to bodyguards, especially if they're old. Obviously, they're outliers. Some of them might speak fluent English. However, I've actually seen this interaction where this tourist was asking direction to a security guard in English and he was answering them in Japanese. He was not trying to be mean like people apparently do in Paris, he just couldn't speak the language. I saw him using as many hand gestures as he could, but it's just sad to watch because if I couldn't speak Japanese, I would not have understood him. And unfortunately, I've seen way too many interactions like this. Generally, old people don't speak English. If they do, they would probably have a job in corporate and would not work as a police or security guard. This is because a lot of Japanese people don't speak English, so if they can, it's likely they will get a job with a better salary. I know I'm making an assumption here, but it's generally true unless they became mentally ill or have retired. This is actually a problem in Japan because people won't become English teachers, because if they can actually speak English, unless they absolutely love teaching, they will go for a different occupation because working environment for teachers is actually terrible and you get so much better pay if you're bilingual. Anyways, the point I wanted to make was that if you want to ask directions to anyone, ask someone who is just walking by. It's more likely you meet someone who can actually speak English. Anyways, I was trying to get to the finish line as I wanted to see people finishing the race. And it looks like only way I could get there would be from underground, and it went like this. I'm walking towards the finish line now that I helped with the lady. I can't seem to get to the ground level because the access is only available for authorized people. And they're doing back checks. So, not sure if I could get to the finish line because maybe they're shutting down only for the finishers. Not sure. Didn't think I would walk this much because all the exits we have underground are closed, and I don't know where to go up to get to the finish line. And it seems to be closed. And it's kind of overwhelming at the same time. I decided to look at the map underground to see which exit would be the closest to the finish line. Since all the other exits are closed for spectators, I found one exit where I could go up, and that was B6. As soon as I went up to the ground level, I didn't see any Japanese runners but international runners with a lot of tourist buses. I guess this was a place where international runners gather after the race, and it was very busy. This was the closest I can get to the finish line, but unfortunately I was not able to see the finish line. So guys, here's the result. I could not get to the finish line. I mean, it's kind of fair that security was very, very, very strict because it's one of the world's biggest marathon. So it's good that they have a very strict security. But yeah, I'm so bummed out that I couldn't see the finish line. But I could see all the exits that athletes were coming from the ground level. So they are coming down to the underground using the stairs, and we could see them going down, but we cannot go up. So we can only see them coming down. So that was that. Yeah, maybe get a Starby, get some work done, maybe editing this video. Not sure, I'm heading to go home to start working again on Sunday. Hope this video finds helpful if you're thinking of racing a marathon, Tokyo Marathon next year, or if you're wanting to do it. It's amazing. The whole vibe is immaculate. As you can see in the video, there's so many spectators, so many people around, so I could kind of understand why I didn't see the race growing up, just because it's so busy. I hope you got some fun out of this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!